Hello guys, this is Roger69501 and welcome to my channel. Well, gonna give you my thought for the first story arc of Justice League, the Extinction Machine. Here's part 1, which you see this is an excellent cover and it's done by Tony Daniel. I know that some people don't like his artwork, but me personally, I love it. I like the way that he draws. Here's part 2. Awesome cover also. Part 3, which I would say that this is the best cover from them all. Look at that. Just awesome cover. Part 4. Awesome. And part 5. Okay, let's get started. The Extinction Machine. Well, this is the first story arc of Justice League REBIRTH. And issue number 1 starts, well, no other than Wonder Woman. Look at that. She's just flying down with a lightning bolt on her hand, which is cool. Check that out. And she went to this country to stop a company, kind of like a, military company. And not only that, she said that she went there as to bring peace. If she calls that bringing peace, I do not want to see her waging war. So, just when she went to stop there, that company, an earthquake emerged. You know, there's a bunch of earthquakes that is happening at the same time all around the planet. So they don't know what's going on. And not only that, on top of that, we see all our heroes fighting, trying to save people all around the world, which that's their job. Nothing new. But the thing is that while all that is going on, you know, I mean, this first story arc reminds me of the first story arc from Justice League of the New 52. On the first story arc, they just start fighting Darkseid. Well, same thing. Only take off Darkseid. But it's like the difference between this one and the one from the New 52 was that the New 52 one, none of them knew each other. Here, they know each other, but kind of like, okay, they just started this with a big bang. War, destruction. The end of mankind. So that's what they did. Not only that, while all that earthquake is going on, there's kind of like a spaceship that landed on the middle of the street. You can see there. Now, out of that spaceship or whatever, a lot of baby spores comes out. It kind of like possess the people that they are close by, kind of like flying bugs. And whoever those little bugs bite or attack, well, they become like zombies and start talking rubbish like, that's my power, that's my gift, and so on and so forth. That don't make sense at all. Here we see Simon Bass and Jessica. Now, on this series here, on this story arc, is where she actually makes her first kind of consequence. Now, we know that Jessica, she's still afraid that she doesn't have too much will, self-confidence, and all that. Reminds me of Supergirl on the New 52. Okay. I can understand. Now, I'm gonna get out a little bit of a topic here. I can understand where Jessica Cruz comes from, why she's so insecure, and so on and so forth. But the writers, if they're not gonna finish with that issue anytime soon, well, they don't need it to mention it so often. Now, that's my opinion. I'm no expert. But me, as a reader, I already know that she's insecure. She doesn't have to explain herself over and over and over. If they're not going to change that from Jessica Cruz anytime soon, that's okay. Just don't mention it so much. Okay, back to the story. Let's say that because it just popped into my mind. It's beginning to bother me. Now, I like the character Jessica Cruz. She's always whining. God. But anyway, back to the story. So we see also our superheroes fighting everybody. So this is kind of like a Royal Rumble. The thing is that they have to be careful that they don't kill anyone, because they are fighting humans that they are possessed by those spores or bugs. You can see there. So Flash comes in, running around so fast that he managed to grab all those spores, at least in that small area. The thing is that they go to the watchtower, and they see like a massive invasion. You see, I mean, this is a story arc that when they meant, at least what they meant, we can start with the bang, was one calamity after the other. We start first with earthquake, then from there spaceship. After that, spores that comes out of the spaceship. Now we have a full invasion of spaceship that you can see here. Okay, I have to say that Tony Gaines are top notch, at least shooting. So while they're talking, the humans that they're possessed, they're all saying the same thing. Faster than before. The kindred must be free. More must awaken. The purge has come. The kindred must rise. And so on and so forth. Okay, fine. Now, so the same earthquake that happens all around also happens, obviously, on Atlantis. So this is one thing that was that they also acknowledge in Atlantis on this story. Not only that one, after I give you everything now, we go to more calamity, which one of the energy creatures, I guess we can call it, is that giant white. I know. So that's issue number 2. Not much happens here. The thing is that on the end, Batman has the need to ask Superman for help. Now, this is the new Superman, not the new 52 Superman. The new 52 Superman, he died. He's gone. That's it. Kaput. So he asking for the 90s Superman for help. She's here. And what Batman asked him to do, so Bob the Glare, is to go to the center of the earth, to the core, try to destroy those little spheres is on the crust of the planet. Because those energy balls or spheres, those are the things that they are creating earthquakes all around the earth. So we have energy spheres, we got spaceships, we got spores, we got human possessed, and now we got giant energy alien beings. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff going on. So issue number 3. Yeah. On issue number 3, we get to know a little bit more about who these energies are, or creatures. And we see Wonder Woman going after one of them to attack them, because they want to destroy on Earth. So the thing is that, the thing about these creatures is that Batman sent the Green Lantern out of space to see where they come from. And they went to the planet, where these spaceship spores come from. The thing is that, well, that planet, or whatever is left of it, You can see here, sorry about the glare. Wait, right there. Over here. Well, he's halfway destroyed. It's kind of like, oh well, I mean, why are we going to do that? So we see Tarkin going to his house, telling Louis Lane, his wife and his son. They said, look, you guys have to go. I'm going to save Earth, humankind, and then need to go to the center of the Earth to try to stop this earthquake and save everybody. So, kind of like a goodbye couple of pages. So so Superman and Lois Lane, all the kids, and they say goodbye. Batman's standing there like, are you finished? I'm thinking that Batman's standing there thinking like, okay, come on. Get it? Come on, you just say come on, just say goodbye. We need to go. Let's go. Come on. So Cyborg sends Superman to the center of the Earth. He opened a boom tube and said, okay, look, you go down there and you will stop. That's it. So not only that, the Lois Lane tells Batman, and she has balls. I never heard anybody saying that to Batman, right? If he dies, I'm holding you responsible. And then she just walk away. Batman is just standing there like, okay, what do I do now? What's next? So, we see Superman that he being transported to the core of the Earth. We can see there. Now, that's another aspect about the story is that they kind of like, they make Superman not as strong because I always thought that Superman would go to the center, to the core of planet Earth, being there, and come back. Nothing happens to him. But here, well, he's weak. I guess that they decide to, on this new rebirth, they try to diminish maybe the power a little bit. Even though that we do depower Superman, just a bit is enough to make a new stories. That's why it's so hard to make stories about Superman. He's being so strong. I mean, you can only put him fighting against aliens, superpower beings, metahumans, doomsday. I mean, that's why for some writers, not everybody knows how to write about Superman. So, back to the story. So, in Atlantis, one of those energy guys, aliens, or whatever you want to call it. So they tell Aquaman, look, I want you to search some singing stones or sapphire. So they are all over the planet, so you have to go and search those stones. So from there we see that Wonder Woman, she goes out of space, and she hears this voice, who are you? And started to question Wonder Woman, who are you? Well, who are you first? I know who I am, but do you know who you are? I say, well, yeah, I know who I am. Well, if you knew who you are, you already would know who I am. But if you don't know who I am, then you don't know yourself who you are. It's a little bit, we call it Spanish trabalengua. I don't know how to translate it in English. Even though if I can do it, it will not make any sense. But I can understand what this energy being is trying to tell Wonder Woman. Because it seems like Wonder Woman is one of the key for this story. I'll go back to that in a bit. So, we see there, just to have like a size how big these giants are, well, you can see right there. So I would say it's about 3 times the size of the Empire State Building, maybe. So, and then we see all the 4 creatures, or alien, whatever, right there. So, each color represents one specific, kind of like a specific item, maybe. Okay, green one belongs, his energy is outer colors. The other one is from the power of the star, which are the stones that Aquaman is searching all over the ocean. The other one is about magic. The other one is about speed. You see, because the stones that Aquaman is searching for, it has some magic property, which became a means for him to send the signal or start singing. I know. So issue number 4. We're getting almost to the end of it. So Sam of Bass and Jessica, they go out of space. And they start finding all those giant spaceships, spores, whatever, as we can see here. Now, I have to say that I'm still saying it and will keep on saying it. Tony Danny's art is awesome. He's awesome. So the thing is that our superheroes are trying to stop, since they cannot stop them. So eventually, Flash starts losing his powers. Cyborg starts losing his powers. Almost every superhero start to lose their powers because of these, I'm going to call it their kink. They're stealing their powers. So because they come to, it's not clear why they came to planet Earth. Yeah, it says on the story that they came to planet Earth to purge the planet, to destroy. But why? It doesn't say. Which I will explain that a little bit further in the end of the video. So Superman's still on the coral of the planet, struggling, trying to destroy those energy spheres. The thing is that while being down there, he's getting affected by the heat, believe it or not. I was like, okay. So I guess that they decide to depower. So once these 4 creatures, or kingdoms, they're together, they start to sing. When they mention this on the story, singing. Well, in my mind, well, they start singing a song or whatever. But it's more like a signal. For some reason, the writers decide to make these 4 kindreds to use the word singing instead to use the word signal. So to me, it's more like a signal than singing per se. So we see Flash is getting attacked by those little spores, and he loses his power. That's it. So, and then we go back to Wonder Woman, out of space, like I said before. Who you are. Oh, I know who I am, but who you are. So if you don't know who I am, then you don't know who you are yourself. So they are back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. We see Superman struggling. He's getting weakened. He's running out of air. And all that. So, the thing is that, after that, some of us, he see like a bunch of, like a small army of aliens, but they look like a little bit as cyborg. I was wondering, why is that? Check that out. Okay. We are on the last chapter. Check this out. Like this cover. Like more issue number 3 cover. So issue number 5, the last chapter. So we see Aquaman, he's swimming, taking the stone that has magic. We see Batman, we see Superman again. We see Flash, he's weak, he cannot run anymore. Until Flash figure out that, well, wait a minute. This is somehow they come up with the conclusion that the powers were stolen because they didn't have any will. They let the power to be stolen, or they can get it back by will. So Flash figured that out, and he started running until he get his power back. So when he got his speed force back, well, one of those giants that is based on speed, well, he got weak. The same thing goes with the Green Lantern, because while they were in outer space, hey, everything's fine. Once they came back to Earth to confront these kindred, well, they lose their powers. So Batman tells some of us, look, take on those aliens, whatever that looks like cyborg, and begin trigger and dopamine top of those four kingdoms. And that's what cyborg did. That's what he did. Just dopamine. Because it's still the powers. And they start to go through pain. While all that's going on, Superman right here, as we can see here, well, he finally took one of those energy spheres and tried to push it up out of the Earth core. And Aquaman finally came to the surface with the stones and smashed them on the ground, as we can see over here. So that means that magic is gone for one of those creatures. So he's weakening. So he's getting weak also. Same thing with the energy. And so on and so forth, and the magic one. So the thing is that finally we see Superman coming out of a desert island with one of those spheres. Look, awesome page. End up on top of those guys. As you can see here. Look at that. Over here. Look at that. He just smashed those guys with one using their own weapons. Look at that. Check that. So, now, not only that, before that everything happens, these kindreds managed to send the signal. To whom? I don't know. One thing for sure is that this story is not over. Yes, the story-wise, our heroes, the Justice League, they have won the battle, but they haven't won the war. So the war is still coming. Now, who's behind those four guys? I don't know. Who sent those guys to planet Earth to purge planet Earth? I don't know either. So eventually we're gonna find out soon enough. Maybe sometime next year. So even though that the story arc was over, it ended. It happened because for me it had more questions. So, but which eventually is going to be answered, but not that. I can reread the story of 4 times if I want to, and still not going to get the answer. So, for us readers, we have to wait till they continue this story arc, because it was really fun. Just I did not like the end of it, because he has the end. Yeah, the battle is over. They saved planet Earth, they saved mankind, humankind, everything, but it's not over. It's not. To whom they were sent, I don't know. I was thinking that maybe they were communicating with Mr. Oz or Dr. Oz or some Ozymandias. Who knows? I don't know. Maybe, but I don't think it's gonna. Yeah, I do not think it's Darkseid. No, it's nothing. Darkseid, he doesn't do that kind of thing. Excuse me. It's more straightforward. Villain. So overall, the artists love it. The story is really good. It just doesn't end. That's it. It just doesn't end. Now, on the next story, I believe we're gonna start with the superheroes. They are afraid, kind of like the consequences of what happened here. So we'll see about that. Once I get all the comic books, that I will read them. Then I will make a video. So overall, the story was good. Like I said before, did not end. The first 3 issues, it was more like a setup, showing you each superhero what he's doing. Let's see what else. Basically, that's what it is. It was good though. It just could be better. It would be nice if they would end the story as okay, it ended, but it's not. I guess this is a setup for major things coming up on the future. Maybe some major event, who knows? That all the DC Universe superheroes that have to gather together against whoever the Kindred send the signal to, or invasion or something. I don't know. I guess we had to wait for that. But if the creator teams, they have the door open to create some good story as a consequence of this video, or this continuation of it, which I'm very intrigued to know what's gonna be. But overall, I will give it. I don't want to get overboard, but I do not want to get too low. I will give it 4.5 out of 5. Now remember, 3 out of 5 I do not like it. 4 out of 5 I like it. 5 out of 5 is the best of the best. So I will give it 4.5 out of 5. And I'm going to show you the best cover. So for me, the best cover from this whole story arc would be issue number 3 of Justice. Now look at that cover. It's just an amazing cover. Well guys, that's it guys. So, well guys, this is it. I hope that you like this video. Bye.